So I've got John Seddon here from Coventry City Council, and John, you're responsible for transport and innovation. Electric vehicles, what are you doing in Coventry to support electric vehicle introduction?
Well, I think the key thing is we recognise that for people to really take up electric vehicles, to be confident about using them, we need to make sure that they're happy that they can charge them without any problems, that it's as easy as a diesel or petrol car to charge up, and we remove all those barriers. So we had a government publication last week on the authorities with numbers of charge points. We found that Coventry has done its bit. We're second in England outside London out of English authorities. We've just had one programme of installing rapid chargers around the city centre and at key hubs outside the city centre. That's going to finish in March next year, and we'll have 39 rapid chargers in place. We've delivered 80 charge points in residential streets within our Victorian streets around the city centre. That programme is completed, so local residents in those streets without a driveway, without their own charging facility, can access a public charging on street. We've just secured funding from government, another 258,000, which will help us deliver another 70, and those will be going in next year. So we're just working with local communities on exactly where those will go in, and then that consultation will happen next year now. And so we're really excited in terms of getting the network future-proofed, and we want to do more. We want to get sort of service station style hubs where people can charge, where we can maybe introduce hydrogen fuel stops as well, service station type facilities. We're looking at very much key points around the A45, A46 where we can deliver those and have those hubs where people can go to for a quick top-up.
But electric vehicles aren't the only thing that you're doing, are they? There's a much wider transport piece here at play. What are you doing in terms of public transport?
There is. The key thing is we're looking at decarbonising the entire transport network. So private cars is a big thing. We're working with taxi operators, we're working with bus operators. And so in terms of taxis, we've had a try before you buy scheme with local taxis. We've got about a dozen taxis, electric taxis on the road at the moment, and we're hoping to get more through that scheme. Every bus operating within the city will be Euro 6 or better, which for those who don't know, Euro 6 is basically clean diesel. But the better bit is that we're going to have 10 electric buses running within Coventry by the end of next year in time for City of Culture. So we're working with National Express on getting that. Those will be powered by solar panels to be on the bus depot roof and battery storage on site. So everything self-contained within Coventry, the energy generation, feeding the buses, which will then carry Coventry people around to the hospital, to the Rico Arena and so on. So really excited about that. We've been looking with National Express about how we can go further, how we can get sort of more electric buses operating here. And obviously we've been working with other operators, De-Courses in the past, they've got electric buses which operate within the city. And we'll be looking at how we can best use those as well. So we're very much about the whole network.
When the future comes, there's this thing here, Very Light Rail. Talk to us about Very Light Rail.
There is, and we're sort of very conscious that we can do so much with trains, buses, taxis, cars, but we want something which is really going to grab people's attention as a way to get around the city. Now, Very Light Rail, we've looked at trams, they're good in their place, but they're expensive to put in, and they're difficult to actually fit in a historic city like Coventry, tight streets, tight areas. We don't want overhead wires everywhere. So what we're working with, and with partners like WMG at the University of Warwick, is actually having a vehicle designed and a track layout designed which can operate in a city like Coventry at relatively cheap prices. Those vehicles, the Very Light Rail vehicle, would accommodate 50 or 60 people at any one time, would run on rails, would be battery powered, so they're not using fuel, they're charged up overnight, they go out, do their service, top up charges during the day. And they very much provide a high density, high frequency public transport service on main corridors within the city centre. So they supplement the buses, they supplement the taxis, but they're very much about part of decarbonising Coventry for the future. And we're aiming to get that first route in mid-2020s. We're in research and development at the moment. We've got a lot of testing to do. That will take place over 2020, 2021. And certainly in 2021, City of Culture will be showing the vehicle, possibly here in Broadgate, possibly down at the Transport Museum, but people of Coventry will be able to see it, play with it, have a look at it, get a feel for it.
And that's the way that people will change their behaviour and recognise that Coventry City Council are supporting them in being able to go where they need to go, when they need to go, in the most responsible way.
Yes, exactly. And we're sort of, we're not pro-car, we're not anti-car, we're not pro-any mode. It's all integrated together as one single network. And that's the key thing. It's the most appropriate mode for the most appropriate journey for that person.
John, outstanding work in Coventry, leading the way in the UK, and the City of Culture only goes to say probably give you the greatest compliment that your vision, which is now coming to fruition, has helped to support Coventry in the limelight. This is almost unheard of, that Coventry is on a world stage.
Yeah, and it's an excellent showcase for us. I've been working in Coventry for 18 months now. I'm having my eyes constantly opened to other companies which are based here, doing innovative things, transport technology, other technology which helps with transport, light racing vehicles, and we heard from one of those today. And basically this is a real hub for transport technology for the future, and we just need to make sure we showcase that, we tell the world, we bring more investment into the city.
Absolutely superb. Thank you, John, very much indeed.